I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I will never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't wanna do this, I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel like I've been nothing that makes me happy. I'll always show up. I'm ready to put my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning all. And this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting. And I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all.
I could gas, think I'm okay and last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past and the
pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're with my time, you're delirious, mysterious. Because you are behind the fake exterior, inferior. You know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
And greetings, everyone. Thank you for joining. Welcome to the 15th Asian Championship in 2023. We're at the Changwon International Shooting Range. This is a rifle, pistol, and shotgun sport shooting event today. We had a mixed team event in the final hall where we have the 10 meter, 25 meter, and the 50 meter. And now we're outdoors for the skeet event. Here are the event details. As we know it, target types, eco-friendly. The gun is a 12-gauge shotgun, and you're going to get to see it as soon as these athletes come forward and start their shooting. Or, look at that, even earlier than that in this animation of the shotgun. It's around 4 kilos, so it might look like an easy job, but it's definitely not. Swiping it from one side to another to find the target in the sky. That's what they do in skeet. The low house and high house targets coming out. They have 3 stations to shoot from. Station number 4, 5, and 6. Three stations. I was just looking, are they starting? But they're not. It's just some test fire. You're not missing anything just yet. It's a lovely day, so it shouldn't be a problem for the skeet athletes. Hopefully, these are actually the perfect conditions for the athletes. These are the qualifications results. We have China, Korea, and Kazakhstan. They're on the far left station. I like to call it the left, middle, and the right station, so there's no confusion. They shoot 2 doubles in the left station, 1 double in the middle station, and 2 doubles again in the right station. Going through the finals, they'll be shooting first 20 targets to kind of establish themselves in the finals. See where they're standing before the elimination process begins. So it's 2 rounds around the stations before anything changes. 23 degrees Celsius. Not a lot of wind, I would say. As I said, kind of the perfect conditions. It's sunny, but not too hot. Maybe a little bit bright, but that's easily repaired with the sunglasses that these athletes use. Different ones for different weather. Sometimes throughout the finals or the qualifications, of course, they have to use a couple of different lenses just to get through the finals. Important competition this is. 2 quotas for Paris per final are up for grabs for these athletes. All 6 of them are in the run. So China, Korea, and Kazakhstan. And when we start off, Kazakhstan is going to lose 1 target on account of a hit target because they were late for reporting time. And it's a bit of a penalty that these athletes get. As many things they have to take care of, and sometimes it happens. Not too often, but sometimes it does. So both of the Kazakhstani athletes that we have here today, Asem Orimbay and Olga Panarina, will have a penalty of 1 hit that's gonna turn into a miss. So if you see that it's a hit and it looks like the referee decided on a miss, that's exactly the reason why it happened. Going through the test fire, this is Olga Panarina, last one to test fire, beep number 6. We know how it goes in shotgun world. It's important which beep number you are. It can get you ahead or behind in the game if you are tied. So the most advantage has the beep number 1, which in this case is Ziangitin. Here at the top, only 19, leading the crowd today. And with beep number 6, Olga Panarina, 53 and still going strong. She won a silver at the World Championship in Cairo more than 20 years ago, and still here she is at the top of the world. They're going back, and now they're going to start the presentation of the athletes as they line up for the finals. As I said, beautiful day. You can see it. Sun is shining. It's 2:25 on the dot. And the athletes should start at 2:30 with their first shot. We see the high house here marked as B, if you just saw, and the low house. Stations 3, 4, and 5 are, as I said, left, middle, and right, whatever you like. They're in this way because the athletes are actually shooting all the stations in qualification. It's a little bit of a different thing once they come to the finals, and they're shooting only from these 3 stations. So the middle station, station number 4, is where they shoot only 1 double. First the normal double, and then in the next round when they come back to the station, to the middle station, they shoot the reverse double, which is first shooting the low house target, then the high house target. The athletes know the drill. It's something that actually happens automatically already for them. And we're ready. First one to come out, the 19-year-old Zhang Yiting. She was 9th last year at the Asian Championship in Almaty. Second to come out, 34-year-old Wei Meng. Bronze in Tokyo, now opting for a quota. This is Chang Kuki, 23, and now coming out, Gao Jinmei, 33-year-old, won a silver medal in Larnaca this year at a World Cup. Now the Kazakhstani athlete Astem Orinbay. She was 26th in Tokyo. Not a really good thing coming here and already losing 1 hit. This happened to Olga Panarin as well. Both of them were late for reporting. The 53-year-old has 5 World Cup medals. Last one was 10 years ago in Alain. Zinka Perry from Indonesia is the jury in charge. And the referee in charge from Thailand, Napatron.
Let's start.
.230 on the dot. We're starting with the first targets. Last check with the referee and the targets, and we're ready to go. Two are down for the normal double already. Shoots it down like it's nothing. And 2 more are down. We saw that fist clench from the coach. The athletes have good amount of time before the final starts, going through, seeing the targets, and then a little bit of a firing and test fire. So they do spend about 15, 20 minutes getting acquainted, you know, feeling up the whole final area, the final stage. Getting a little bit more comfortable here. The literal spotlight here. The athletes are under the spotlight of the sun. And many people who are here watching the finals. That's the first miss. Sure, there's going to be a few more during the finals. It's an intense one. Quotas are up for grabs. It's not just the top of the Asian Championship. It's also a place at the Olympics. Gao Tin-mei. Shooting for some time, but this year's World Cup medal was her first one in the World Cup. Asamoah saw her winning the World Cup in Almaty this year. Home ground. That's that miss. That was a hit, but a penalty is now done, and she can move forward, but looks like it really shook her. 4 misses, not a great start.
What?
Same thing with Olga.
What?
They came in with too much pressure, and it looks like it really disturbed them. Losing that 1 point made them lose a couple of more. That was a normal double. Station number 4. First one of those, no target. Referee coming in to check the situation. And a moment of recovery for the Tokyo's bronze medalist. "34 years old, she has won 2 World Cup medals, actually 2 World Cup golds in her career, back in 2017 and then again in 2019. Looks like those 2 years were good for her, as she won the Asian Championship in both of them as well. Chang Kuki, 23, is debuting in her senior final. And so far only missed once. Gao Tin-mei. 3 Chinese athletes. Oh, still at 0. How to climb out of that. Let's see if Olga.
What?
Tough time for the Kazakhstani. Having 2 athletes in the finals. Jiang Yiting. Another miss for the youngster. 2 World Cup medals this year. 1 in Cairo, 1 in Lonato. Last station of the first round. The athletes have to go through 2 rounds. And then we get the first decision of the elimination. Right now it's not looking good for Kazakhstan, I have to say. All down for Chang Kuk-ki, and she's getting a big applause from the audience here. Of course, big support for the Korean athlete. It's not a surprise. Smooth sailing for Gao. So far, only 1 miss. Finally, looks like Assam got a wake-up call. Maybe she was able to shake it off a bit. And the wind is starting pretty strong as she was losing that high house target. Very strong wind for Olga. She had just enough trouble already. The wind is not helping. Now she managed to find that high house target and the low house target. It's always the reverse double on the last station. Tends to get a little tricky. Back on station number 3. Has the high house. Target in the reverse double. Let's see Wei. She's been perfect so far. And she stays perfect. 14 out of 14. Not a surprise, out of the 6, she's the only one with the Olympic medal. But Chang, I'd say, has the biggest supports in the stand. The high house got away. And the normal double, of course, in station number 3. They're shooting first the high house target, then the low house target. And then the reverse one, that's first the low house target and the high house. It changes a little bit when we get to the last station, station number 5. We'll get to that. We still have the middle station with only one double. Again, another miss for Odenby.
What?
We'll get pretty vocal calling for the targets. I think she's the only one we can actually hear calling the targets in the mic.
What?
Wants to make sure the targets will come out. And they do. There was a little bit of a delay. It's a random, the only random thing in skeet is the delay of the targets and when they're coming out. Sometimes they come out immediately after them being called. And sometimes they take a little bit of time, but that's the fun part. The part where you have to have a really great reflex. Catch the first one and turn over to the next one. Low house, high house. That was a reversed double for Xian. Both down for Wei as well. That's going to be one miss. Not the best day for Orenby and Panarina.
What?
as they march down to the last station. Station number 5. Missed both of them. And now lost the low house target. Just got away that tricky one, but maybe we didn't expect what happened in the normal double. Probably neither did she, but what happens? Just one moment being out of focus and it goes away. All down for Wei. That's a surprise. That was a high house target. And that low house target just got away, doesn't it? Tend to do that. Time for Gao. She's right up there with Wei. Both in their 30s. Good amount of experience. And still super resilient, so maybe in their best time. Onombai shoots them both down. I'm not sure how much help that is at this point. If Panarin wants to stay in the game just a little longer, she's going to need four targets down. She got 2. We'll see about that tricky one. The low house target. That's going to be a miss. That low house target handled so many disputes, I'm sure, over the years. So beep number 6, she was tied to her teammate Asemoribai. But because of the beep number, Olga Panarina has to go out first. Surely she thinks this could have gone differently. But this is how it went. With 10 hits after 20 targets, Olga Panarina is the 6th place at the Asian Shooting Championship, leaving Asemoribai to try, if she can, to maybe salvage the situation a bit. There's 4 targets of a difference between her and Xian, and the next 10 targets are in order. I have to say, doesn't look too promising. But you never know. Wei shoots them both down.
Oh.
First miss. She lost the high house target. Wei and Gao are pretty far ahead so far. Another miss for Cheng. Skeet mixed team is happening as well 2 days from now. Today, men and women in the individual competition. I'm sure we will get to see a couple of them in the final for the mixed team event as well. Gao is 2 targets behind Wei now. It was a chance for her to tie and come to an equal score. But it is harder than it seems. Station number 3 is done. And they're walking on to the middle one. Normal double, we're back to that one. High house target, low house target. Looks like it wasn't very successful on that low one for Chiang. Two Asian championships behind Wei. Is she going for her next one? Cheng hits them down both. Big applause. She's also one of the younger ones. Now Gao.
Oh.
Onumba is having less and less of a chance to stay after the next round of elimination. Last station. Is there anything? She's somewhere in the range with Chang. Wei and Gao are ahead. And Onumba is definitely in the red zone. Chang just one hit ahead of Xian. Gao in a possibility to tie with Wei. She lost those 2 targets in the reverse double. 2 are down. 2 more and they're sharing the top. Oh, looks like she found that low house target. That tends to get away. 27 for both Wei and Gao. And last 4 targets for Orenbai before leaving the finals. Managed to come to 18, which is not that bad after the beginning that she had. 5th place for the 30-year-old Asim Orenbai. She was bronze last year at the Asian Championship in Almaty. She's gonna have to settle with the 5th place this time. It's between China and Korea now. Way at the top, alongside with Gao, 27 hits each, and then that 1 hit of a difference between Xian and Chang. I assume that's the one that's going to be settled in this next round of 10. Here's that gold medal from Cairo. She won the bronze in Lonato as well. 2 World Cup medals this year. Surely she's expecting a lot from herself. Maybe even a quota. Haas target got lost. Nice. 2 down for Wei. Reverse double. Downs them both. Another shot at the reverse double. There's no target. It's all 4 of them, gets 2 hits ahead. Of Xian. And pretty sure with Orenbai going away. Chang actually secured a quota. It's only Korea and China here. One quota per nation. It's a little bit of pressure off Chang, while the rest of the athletes, the 3 Chinese athletes, are still under the pressure of a quota, and of course the Asian Championship podium. I've seen some of the Koreans around just silently kind of celebrating the quota already. Clenching the fist into a yes sign. Go is up there in the lead. I have to say Chang is not far too behind. Back to the 19-year-old. We're down to the last station. Time for the 4th place. Chang has a chance. Not only does she have a quota, but she has a chance. Oh, okay. No place for another mistake. Her beep number would not allow it. She lost that tricky one, that low house target, but she got a big applause anyway, because everybody's happy for the quota. Would have been probably a little bit more sweet. A little sweeter to be on the podium as well. But I think this is the best ways to win a 4th place. It's not really that heavy, you know, when you're going to the Olympics with that one. It's a big applause for Chang Kuki, the 23-year-old that just debuted in a senior final and comes out with the quota for the Olympics and a 4th place at the Asian Championship, sure. But yeah, there you go. The famous Olympic circles right there is what everybody wanted to see, I'm sure. The top 3 Chinese athletes. Only one place at the top and only one place for a quota. Xian Yiting, 4 out of 4. She managed to stay in the finals. It was looking rough there at the moment, at one moment. Now she's on the podium for sure. Wei is definitely ahead. Mm. 38, but Gao is even more ahead than the two. Potentially. There we see that miss. She needs to down the reverse double. She wants to stay in the lead. There you go, 39. Away with 38. Small difference. But if they keep the pace and stay that way, could be for Gao. The bronze medalist of Tokyo now playing games, downing down the normal double. Station number 4. Gao first appeared at the World Cup back in 2016, but she's been shooting the most this year, actually. Winning the 1 medal in Larnaca. Other than that, she hasn't even shot in many big finals. Xian Yiting. A very good season for her. Coming here. The nerves must have struck. Let's see, the low house target shot it down. Came to 41, but it's not looking likely for her to stay in that race anymore. Wei Meng downs it down. .44 for Wei. Gao still on the opportunity to stay ahead. That was a low target coming from the high house target. Ironically, but it went super low. She caught it though. Let's see the low house target getting away, but The unexpected happened. She lost the high house target. Nevertheless, the two top athletes are tied, and the bronze medal goes to the 19-year-old Zian Eating. This year's World Cup gold medalist wins a bronze medal at the Asian Championship. You can imagine the competition here. With all that going on, 44 hits, both Wei and Gao. It's gonna be a battle. Here they, side by side now. Station number 3 is done for Wei. She needs to focus on the next one. Everybody's curious of who's it gonna be, and so far they're not letting us know. 48 targets out of 54. Let's go to the middle station. Wei Meng is holding the world record currently. And well, Gao is here challenging the Olympic medalist, world record holder. And she's doing it pretty fiercely. Still, even with all this pressure, they have not given anything up yet. We've come to the last station. A tricky target is coming. 2 are down, the normal double. All are down for Wei. The pressure is all on Gao now. Normal double is down. Pressure on the last 2 targets. And there you have it. The dispute is done. I thought it was going to be the low house target, if anything, but today I was surprised with the high house target, and this is the second time. So I guess it's how it had to happen. It was a big pressure for Gao. She was the second one to shoot. Wei already got it all down, and then nerves probably got into the whole thing, knowing what happens with that low house target. The Tokyo bronze medalist wins the quota. Wei Meng and Gao Qinmei is the silver medalist. It was almost a shoot-off. I didn't want to call it, but it was really close to that. in the end, the dispute was settled in the reverse double in station number 5, as it happens here and there. Xian Yiting with the bronze, Gao Tin-mei with the silver, and at the top of Asian Championship and with a quota is Wei Meng, the 34-year-old we're going to get to see at the Olympics once again. Thank you for watching, and definitely come back. We're going to have a final with men, of course. Women have done their skeet shooting for the day. And at 3:45, it's the first shot for skeet men. These are the results. Once again, quota for Korea and for China. Come back to see who gets the quota in the skeet men final.